Hi, I'm Lily from Empowerment Unleashed channel. Story time. I was literally about a couple hours ago listening to a tarot card reading on YouTube. And the reader there was talking about the power of visualizing and manifestation and how to make that happen in your life. And while I am a spiritual person and an avid believer in spirituality and visualizing and manifestation, it triggered me. And I really just looked up and said, is this true? Does this visualizing thing really work? Am I just making a fool of myself? And the answer that I got was interesting, which I'm going to share with you today. And when we tap into the new agey concept of law of attraction and law of assumption, what we are essentially saying is that we are training our mind and our energies to constantly be in the direction of creating the life that we want, which for most of us is making our dreams come true. That's one way of living. A very powerful, demonstrably effective way that a lot of people have written about, talk about it every single day to make it happen. And if you are new to that game, I would highly recommend that you start with The Secret. It's the simplest depiction of law of attraction. And if you are curious about law of assumption, then you can go to Neville Goddard. Abraham Hicks, always a fantastic, reliable person to listen to. And now we come to the other side of living, which was the revelation that I had this morning, which I'm very excited to share with you. Now, this revelation talks about integrating the failures as a part of your success. Not a new concept at all. Oprah talks about it all the time. And if you are into this, and I apologize to those who are going to be offended by this, but Elon Musk is another person who talks about it. So that's the second way. For most days, this path, the path that I call the law of attraction path, the spiritual manifestation-oriented path, is a fantastic path to walk on. One, because it teaches you to align to your inner voice. And two, it teaches you to distract and not take the energies of other people all too seriously. So it really works in this kind of like 1-2 punch. Now, for those days when what I call the other side wins, for those days when the world does creep in, right? When you do get triggered by someone else's success, when you are kind of like, why can't I make $1 million a year? What am I asking for that's so difficult? When you're struggling to get your next client, or you can't get a meaningful job, or your side hustle isn't taking off, and no matter how much you have banged your head against the wall does not want to break. So for those days when the other side does win, when the distractions do creep in, what do? Like what happened to me this morning when I really did get triggered with this whole enough with the visualizing thing, just give me the results. What do you do on those days? The trick, this is what I learned this morning. The trick is to understand that those failures are just stepping stones to successes. I know, not a new concept, something we have all repeatedly heard, to understand how those obstacles are working for you. This is where life purpose kicks in, actually. Now, this is the third concept. I hadn't really talked about this early on, but I'm going to talk about it here. How to deal with those failures. And this is where plugging into your life purpose is exceedingly helpful. So if you're doing the thing that you are meant to do, right? The thing that comes out from your soul, the thing that gets you out of your bed every morning. If you are doing the thing that you are called to do, then the failures, they might hurt, they might sting, they might annoy and frustrate you, but they won't stop, and they just become stepping stones to successes. But if you are doing something that you are not called to do, so if you're doing a 9-to-5 job, that's not really where your heart lies, right? Or if you would rather be traveling, but for instance, like I have a friend who wants to be a travel writer, but actually works as a writer in a different industry. Now he does what he wants to do, but it's not the calling of his soul. So if you're doing something that's not quite the thing that calls you, that's when the obstacles stop you. And obstacles are a great way of realizing and understanding whether or not you are plugged in to your soul purpose. The obstacles. But if after venting, after being annoyed and frustrated, you somehow find the courage to get back to the job that you were doing, then know that you're plugged into your soul purpose, and sooner rather than later, you will find success in the path that you're walking on. And that's how failures become stepping stones to success. Alrighty, so I'm going to end this video with a very quick discussion on soul purpose. And this might resonate with you, it might not. Let me know in the comments below. Alright, soul purpose. Soul purpose is you connecting to your divine purpose, to your soul-driven mission. The soul purpose, according to me, is the mission that has been assigned to you by your soul. It's the mission that the universe has created for you while you're inhabiting this body as it is right now, right here, in this incarnation on this planet. And you click into that when you understand that the goals that you are after are not the creation of your body. They are the creation of the universe. And you, as the present human being who lives inside of this body right now, right here, are the realizer of the dreams that the universe has already created for you. You are the tool that the universe uses to manifest into the 3D what already exists in the 5D, in the cosmic consciousness. That is when you become a human being who's driven by their soul purpose. And that's when those obstacles, those challenges, those triggers, they might temporarily distract you and derail you, but they will not stop you from doing the thing that the universe has mandated you must do. They are either designed to tell you that you are on your right path, and they're there to congratulate you and to give you the opportunity to reaffirm what you have committed to do on a soul level. Or they can act as a course correction for you to stop doing the thing that you are doing so that you can get back to the thing that the universe mandates that you do. You get to choose if they are applauding you or if they're asking you to course correct today. That's it for today. I'll be back with a new message. In the meantime, remember, you are the magic. Bye.